Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to the Snowflakes. And today, guys, we are delighted to inform you that we have shifted from lifestyle and tumeamua tuguzie siasa kidogo. And with me here, I am hosting one of our Kirinyaga University leaders. He is the president. Hey, nasikia nikuwa na host prezo. Generali.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Asante sana.
Yeah.
Thank you for hosting me.
Yeah, you are much welcome.
Asante sana.
Feel free to interact with us.
Yeah.
And by the way, if you haven't subscribed to our channel, I hope you shall subscribe.
You may subscribe.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
Say hi to those people who are viewing you.
So, hi everyone. This is Generali, Julius Karanja, the president Kirinyaga University. I also want to welcome you to this interview. Kindly enjoy.
Yeah. By the way, I want to congratulate you so much.
Asante sana.
I know it has been a tough journey. True of us.
It has not been easy. Siasa ni
Ne-
mchezo na unajua kwa kila mchezo lazima utie bidii.
Siasa, I can attest and testify that it's not easy.
It's not easy.
Ni kazi.
Yeah.
And how do you feel sahi una feel aje?
Yeah, I'm happy, but at the same time, I know I now have more duties and responsibilities. So it puts pressure on me that I have this that I have to do.
Yeah.
So it's a mixed feeling. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. By the way, I am very happy for you.
Thank you.
And I might be interested and also obvious to know where did you begin this journey of leadership? Kwa sababu kufika mahali umefika, especially in university leadership.
True.
Si ati umechipuka once ukasema nataka kuwa leader.
Exactly.
You might have begun somewhere.
Exactly.
Would you tell us just a brief history of how you began?
So thank you. My leadership started when I was in primary school. I've been a prefect, I've been a head boy at primary level.
Yeah.
Same time at high school, I was a leader from Form 1 to Form 3. And now in campus, this is where the real leadership, the real politics started. In first year, nikakuwa class rep, nikakuwa a delegate in the electoral college.
Yeah.
And then in second year, that is where now the real task was, the real contest. I was vying for the post of Secretary General.
Wow.
Yeah. Nikapata by the grace of God. Na sasa I'm the newly elected KYU president by the grace of God.
Congrats once again.
Asante sana.
I can hear imekuwa journey.
It has been a journey.
From delegate, Secretary General,
and now
Prezo.
Yeah.
Haijakuwa just once I want to be the president and you become.
No. It's not a one-day event.
Wow. So cool.
Thank
now
you.
You're the president.
I'm not the president.
You have mentioned that umekuwa Secretary General.
True.
And of course you're ni kiti kubwa.
Yeah, it's big seat.
Si kitu. And I'm sure ukuwa Secretary General.
Yeah.
There are some things you had promised, and I'm sure you have some achievements that you have achieved.
True.
Would you tell us some of those achievements?
I know there are many, but I can highlight some.
Yeah.
The first thing that I'm so proud of is that during my regime as the SecGen, we were able to stabilize the level of security at some of the areas that comrades reside. One of the common areas is Gomongo. I think your killer comrade anajua Gomongo. Your place imekuwa insecure sana. But
sure.
During my time as the SecGen, I was able to liaise with the security office in the school, and we were able to lobby for the security lights from the county government and from the higher offices in Nyeri. And I'm so proud of that because sahi comrade anazatembea huko Ngomongo akiwa free because we have the lighting system at that area. And I believe we still have more areas that need more lighting system. And I believe in my capacity as the president, I will be able to make sure that those areas have the lighting system. I can also say that in my reign as the SecGen, of the KY also,
Mhm.
I have been able to make tremendous improvement as far as the level of unity among the comrades is concerned, because I was finding it as a challenge to unite the comrades, because sometimes you find that when you are a leader, once you are elected, you forget that you have a responsibility to unite the comrades. And we always say that unity, comradeship, and solidarity is what should always define university students. So unasikianga wakisema comrade power nini,
Yeah.
comrades across the country must be united. So I'm quite convinced that the level at which the comrades were united when I was taking the post of SecGen,
Yeah.
it's not at that level. We have achieved, and we have made tremendous improvements. Yeah,
Maybe for those who are viewing,
yeah,
you can attest for that. Of course, we can't. I can't approve by myself,
true,
but I believe most of you maybe can approve for us. And now, from SecGen to president,
true,
it's a decision that you made.
true.
And what influenced you, or what pushed you to vie from SecGen to that higher post? What influenced you?
Yeah, thank you for the question.
Mhm.
The main reason why I got convinced that I really have to go for this post and not this post of SecGen, it's because according to the constitution, the president has the responsibility and the duty to oversee every docket in the SDC. So you find that when you are in the SDC, maybe you see that there's a certain docket that is lagging behind, but you don't have the mandate to ask or to tell that person that your docket, you need to improve on this service. But when you're the president, you have the responsibility to oversee, and you can tell every member of the SDC out of the other 6 members of the SDC that, for example, in the docket of sports, why is it that we don't have rugby sports in the institution? What are you doing? I believe that is what pushed me, that I need to oversee every docket. Yeah,
So, you need to oversee every docket.
true.
Just to ask you, maybe you can clarify to us.
Mhm.
Does it mean that being a secretary general,
Yeah.
or maybe other leadership position you are in, you cannot be able to push some of things?
One thing, it's like the way we have the president in Kenya, and we have the minister of education, we have the minister of security. Maybe on a friendly note, or maybe on an official meeting, you can raise an issue and say that, Bon academic, I think you should do this and this in your docket. But this person will not take it seriously, like if it were for the case of the president telling him or her to do this, because you are advising him or her, but the president is even giving directive that you need to do this and this. Yeah.
Oh, I'm getting enlightened.
Yeah, thank you.
And also, our viewers are getting enlightened.
True.
Yeah. Now that you're the president, would you kindly tell us maybe a few of your agendas?
Thank you for the question. I believe that is the manifestos and the agendas that I had is what pushed the comrades to have confidence and courage in me, and they gave me this post. One thing I want to say before I start even spelling out my manifestos or the agendas I gave to the comrades is we must acknowledge the fact that Kirinyaga University is among the young universities in Kenya.
Sure.
Because we got our charter in 2016, while we have many other universities which were issued with the charter earlier. So we must acknowledge that fact. And one agenda that I was telling the comrades is that if they give me that post, which I now have, is that I will ensure that we have full execution of the constitution.
Yeah.
during our government, the government that we had,
Yeah.
under the leadership of the chair, Franklin Ocheng, we launched the constitution officially, though we did it when we were exiting the office. So we have not yet made the full execution of that constitution. But I believe, and I have a strong conviction, if we make full execution of that constitution, that will lead to betterment of the welfare of the comrade by a great percentage.
Yeah.
Because, for example, we have parts of the constitution that spell out, for example, that we have the welfare and ladies representative who represent even the clubs, and under the clubs is where we will revive the clubs that we have and introduce any relevant club that we believe will better the welfare of the comrade. For example, we have the Rotaract Club. The Rotaract Club give the students exposure to guys who are in the job market. For example, you join this club, you meet with guys who are doctors, accountants. As in, you will get that exposure when you meet someone who did become, when you meet someone who took that course that you're taking and is in the job market. So he or she will tell you that this is what is expected of you when you get out of the institution. I believe that this constitution that has already been uploaded to the website, because I cannot expound everything for now because of time, because it has very many things. I would just encourage the comrades to read the constitution and get more and more sweeter things that in the constitution. And I believe that even as I spell out my other agendas, I will touch on the parts of the constitution.
Yeah. Not to interrupt you.
Yeah.
But before we continue, actually, as I was walking around the school, I could hear some students saying, Generali promised us that once elected as the Secretary General, he will ensure that our constitution is well implemented.
True.
And then there are those who are asking, what does this constitution spell? Like, and still, were there any plans to change it?
One thing is that we must amend the constitution, because even Rome was not built in a day.
Yeah.
Same way, the constitution, we cannot have the best copy of the constitution or the best version of the constitution by a day. It will be a walk, whereby we will be inviting even the comrades in special meetings, AGMs, and we will have to listen to them. What do you feel about a certain part of the constitution? Should we amend that part of the constitution? Yeah, we must amend the constitution, but it is for the welfare of the comrade. Yeah.
So you are saying you are going to amend it, it's not yet amended?
Because during our first reign, the government was the SecGen. That is when we launched the constitution. So we never had the time to make the amendments. We must first appreciate the fact that we now have that constitution and now get a chance to amend it.
So cool. Actually, I now got a clue of what's going on. So during your, as a SecGen, you facilitated its launching.
As a council. It's an achievement that was made through the collaboration of the whole council.
So your plans now is to ensure it's implemented and amended? So cool.
Of which implementation, we did implementation. Because, for example, under my docket at the SecGen, we had the first ever AGM in KYU. And that is the AGM is provided in the constitution. So we have already started executing the constitution, but the parts that we have executed, it's just a small percentage. So I believe we still have a lot to execute.
Good. Maybe I'm getting more enlightened. So you can go on with your agendas.
So the other thing that I'm so passionate about is that we as the SDC, we must have a scorecard for every member of the SDC. Earlier, I said that one of the greatest things that pushed me to vie for the post of presidency is to oversee every docket. And how will I ensure that I oversee every docket? And not just me, but every comrade. Because we as the SDC, we have been given that responsibility by the comrades
Sure.
to work for them. So even the comrades should be in a position to oversee what we are doing. That is why I came up with the agenda of having a scorecard for every member. How will it work? For every month, after every month, every member should avail to the comrades in all the platforms that the comrades are able to access, should avail what he or she has achieved. For example, in the docket of welfare secretary, we have the charity week every first week of every month. So you should explain to the comrade that this month, the charity week, we were able to get this and this and this, and we distributed to maybe 50 comrades. 50 comrades benefited from the charity week. Maybe in the docket of the academic secretary, he will tell us that in my docket this month, we had a seminar for the student taking fashion and design. We had maybe we had an interaction between comrades taking engineering or IT from JQuat and Kirinyaga University. Then if you will have not done anything during that month, then you will tell the comrades, I've been relaxing.
So cool.
Yeah.
You know, an agenda is like a dream.
True. It's a vision.
So it's a vision.
Yeah.
So we are looking towards the implementation of that vision.
Exactly. I know you're waiting.
I'm sure, comrades,
Yeah.
you can get what he is saying. Be watchful, and I'm hoping your council is also aware of what you're speaking. Yeah. I believe you still have more agendas.
There are many.
There are many.
There are many. Yeah.
Would you add at least one?
Maybe I can add one. The other agenda is maybe touching on the side of entertainment, because currently every comrade understands that the situation we are in is that we don't have our student lodge is not functional. It's very sad that some comrades are going to the clubs to watch football, and in the process maybe kunatokea vita. I've seen that situation not once, not twice. So I'm 1 day old in office, and I will represent the comrades fully as much as that issue is concerned, and I will make sure that because this is an institution, we have the TV and we have everything.
Sure.
I will negotiate with the administration to ensure that they get a place watakuwa na watch football, and this one I can tell the comrades. I will start with this one and take that to the bank. I will start with that one. Actually, because imeniguza sana. Yeah.
Actually, it's good you have started it. I was to ask you, because there is a comrade who came and told me, do you say shule iko na school launch, TV iko, lakini ni vumbi imejaa.
Exactly.
Enda muulize atafanya aje, atafanya aje. Yeah.
In fact, what we want to present to the administration is that we want, because the population of Kirinyaga University is growing rapidly.
Yeah, that is sure.
So what we want to, the idea that we want to sell to the administration is they set up a television outside at an open place, so that even with the growing population, every comrade can be able to enjoy that service. And I believe, because it's a brilliant idea, and I believe they are also concerned about this, I am very sure they will buy the idea. Yeah.
Cool.
because we also have an agenda of having things like movie nights for the comrades. So when we get a television like 7 feet, it's very possible, a big TV. So such things will be very possible, and I'm very sure the comrades will enjoy.
Hi.
Yeah.
I can see your agendas are interesting.
Thank you.
Actually, I'm feeling to continue hearing them. They are very much interesting, encouraging, and giving hope.
Thank you. And maybe I can just add one.
Yeah, hard.
One thing that I have advised every member of the council is to come up with a calendar that will show, that will indicate the activities and the events that will take place in every semester, such that it will not come a situation whereby the entertainment secretary is saying that I wanted to organize for freshers night but time imepita. No, by having a calendar atakuwa akijua on a certain date we should be having a freshers night, so haitakuwa surprise kwake ati hii date imefika na bado sijapanga. No, atakuwa anajua in 2 months time we will have the freshers night, so I should start the process of preparation, and I'm very sure the comrades will enjoy this because every docket will be active. And this is where now the point of overseeing comes in again, because we'll tell maybe the finance secretary that in your docket you promised that on this date we'll have this event, but why don't we have the event? Now this is when we'll tell him unacheza na sisi. Yeah, and tutakuwa serious sana.
I believe that whatever you are telling us, you will implement it fully.
Exactly.
Yeah, and just to be back on kwa mambo na security.
True.
Because I guess that's the most serious challenge, especially within KUTUs.
True.
By the way, I have a case of a student ambaye alidungwa na kisu. It's that week ako hospitali.
True.
And for many, nimepokea very many cases. Umetaja Ngomongo, umesema mshaiweka hizo street rights. I believe maybe security said ya Ngomongo iko poa, but would you still tell us these other parts of the KUTUs? Do you have any plans concerning security of places? Because ukiangalia students wa Ngomongo, kuna students anakaa diaspora.
True.
Diaspora, I believe there are no street lights. There are those who wanaishi mjini.
Exactly.
Kuna wanaishi close to Joy Millers.
True.
How do you think you're going to improve their security? What are your plans?
Thank you for the question. In fact, I've been following on that case of that student who was stabbed. It's so sad, by the way. And I always have the heart of the comrade. And when such a thing happens to a comrade, it touches me a lot, so much. So we still have plans, and in fact it will just be a continuity. I thank God because I'm now the president after being the SecGen. So especially the lighting system on your way to diaspora, that is something we have been lobbying for, especially when I was the SecGen, and I will keep pushing for this because hii ni Kenya na unajua, especially when it comes to politicians, ukimwambia afanye hii kitu lazima akuzungushe kidogo, but I believe even if haitafanyika leo ama kesho, soon ama one day it's gonna happen. But in the meantime I can just advise the comrades, wacha tujichunge. Security begins with an individual. Tusitembee usiku sana, especially ikifika saa 4 hivi. Let's be very keen. Na comrade asitembee peke yake. That is the advice I can give in the meantime, but we will not sleep. We are still pushing.
Yeah. That's cool.
Thank you.
And now to mention on something else concerning accommodation. There is a challenge of accommodation. True. Especially in KUTUs town.
True.
Actually, hii area yote ya KUTUs. I don't know whether it's a sijui kaa ni disease imetokea. Almost every landlord anapandisha rent without even considering who are these students. Unajua we are comrades.
True.
And watu ambao understand comrades ni comrades wenyewe.
Exactly.
Like you being a leader and at the same time a comrade.
True.
You understand the comrades.
I understand. True.
Do you have any agenda concerning accommodation whereby students at least wanaweza kuwa represented such that kufinyiliwa huku nje inaweza pungua?
Thank you for the question. True, that thing is affecting very many hostels, whereby unapata landlord amehike the rent na hata he or she has not done any improvement kwa hizo nyumba. We sometimes we do have meetings with the landlords through the office of the dean, and we are planning to have a meeting soon, so that the only thing we can do is to negotiate with them, because you know that person owns the house, and he or she has full control over what he or she wants. The best thing is to negotiate with the landlords, and if they accept, we can get into a contract with them. We tell them that if you want our comrades to reside in your houses, then get into a contract with us. If they accept to do that, then that is the time we can control them. But if we are not into any contract with them, we cannot control them. But I believe through negotiation, when we call them and we explain to them, because I believe most of them ni wazazi and they also understand, because huwa wanapigiwa simu na watoto wao na wanaambiwa place naishi pia wameongezea rent. I believe if we negotiate with them and we get to explain and show them the sense in this, maybe they can consider that.
Maybe you have assured the students, at least you'll try. You know, we can't, maybe you can't assure them.
Yeah.
But at least you have assured them.
Yeah, you know what, something I'm very sure is that even if we talk to the landlords, see what watakubali, but a good number will understand. Yeah.
Still in the same issue of accommodation.
True.
Ndani ya shule. Do you know the reason as to why it is, I don't know whether it's a rule that only first years are supposed to reside in those accommodation rooms?
Yeah.
Do you know the reason as to why ni first years peke yao wanaruhusiwa?
Yeah, I can explain. You know, the reason is we have the first years, they come here is to learn. When they come here, they don't understand the environment. That is why we give them the priority. And if by any chance first year wachukue rooms na zikose kuja, we can give the rest of the students a chance to apply. But we give the first year a priority, because huyu mtu hajalan environment, ajui atatafuta nyumba wapi. That is why we give them a priority. Yeah. Because we have limited capacities in those hostels.
Okay, but I believe maybe you are going to push that, because I realize that there are many rooms which have no students. They are not occupied.
In the
they are inside.
Yeah.
But still, we have students who are struggling outside.
True. Yeah, but one thing I can also say is that it's during this second semester that we have some rooms that are vacant in the school. During the first semester, all rooms were occupied, but first years unajua wamekuja sasa, wamelearn the environment. Sasa wengine wana prefer kutoka nje sasa. That is the reason we have some rooms being vacant. But I believe if anyone who want to reside inside the school can visit the office of the dean and secure a room in the school.
With that information, I think it's clear. It's not limited, especially at a time like this. The students who are struggling.
True.
In case you need a room inside, you can follow the instructions from him.
Exactly.
Then a major challenge is here. about unit registration and payment of fees. Do you have any agenda concerning that?
Thank you for the question. And I believe that is a very great challenge that is affecting many comrades, especially bearing in mind the situation in Ikoko ground, the economic constraints that we have for ground. And what I can say is that one of the solutions that we believe can work best is by coming up with the charity initiatives like the one we have, Somesha Comrade, whereby we raise fees for the students who are needy. I believe tukifika, by the time tunafika week 2, registration inafungwa. If we have more money in our Somesha Comrade account, we can pay for the student when hajaweza kulipa, because unapatanga a situation whereby who student anahitaji 2,000 3,000 so that they can clear the fee. But what if each comrade achange 100 kwa Somesha Comrade? We have a population of 9,000 students in the institution, so 9,000 times 100, it's 900.
That's close to 900,000.
Plus what the members of staff can contribute. That is 1M. I believe if we contribute 1M towards this noble initiative, we can get a solution to that problem. And again, we have always advised the comrades that if unaona the registration window will be closed now, you register, do a letter to the VC, and definitely she'll give you a chance. Yeah.
So there is something maybe I would like to hear from you, because many students there outside, they have got their own solution. They say, oh, this can be done, this can be done, 60% limit can be lowered, or maybe extension of that registration period. Maybe unajua kuna hizo solutions zao. Does it mean that it's maybe next to impossible maybe to lower that payment or that to extend that period?
This is what I can say. One, it's a government requirement. It's not a policy. It's not a policy that is only working in Kirinyaga University. It's like the way we have the voting system was changed in 2016 from the situation whereby it's all the comrades who are voting for the SDC. Now we have the electoral college voting for the SDC. That is a policy from the University Council in Kenya. But I believe we have universities in Kenya which even do, which the only requirement is you clear the fee before you do the exam. They just have the freedom to register the unit even without paying any amount. But also that one is so tricky, because unapata situation yenye umesoma a whole semester but unafika huko mwisho haujalipa fee, so hautafanya exam. I believe that is something that can be discussed during an AGM, because if you want to change such a policy that has great weight, it requires more than 3/4 of the student to pass the to be there and sign that they want this policy to be changed.
It's going to hear from you such ones, because many they are confused. Why mbona hii kansi yetu yezi enda kupush tupunguziwe, you know, such. But at least we have got some clue ile kitu inaendelea.
True.
Okay, you are a comrade.
True.
You are used to JSM building.
Yeah.
According to the way you have observed rules there, are you comfortable with them?
I'm not comfortable. Yeah, I'm not comfortable. And maybe what I can say, and maybe why I can comment and say that let the comrades remain calm, and we negotiate with the administration, because I believe past our days when we used to go for demonstrations, for what, we can discuss this thing and come up with a solution. So through negotiation, I believe we'll get a solution that will favor the comrades. Yeah. And because, one thing, the administration was testing on the levels of maturity of the comrades, because I'm very sure you saw a memo from the DVC congratulating the comrades for how they have been behaving well, or the building. So I believe if we go with that point, that hata wao umeona how we have been behaving well, they will consider that.
Okay, maybe, I've got an issue where even lecturers are complaining. If I had a lecturer nakuja anaitisha kifunguo, sijui anaambiwa ende wapi. Actually, I am a witness. Lecturer anakuja anasema yeye hadi ana mond, ameharibiwa mond, sijui na security, sijui na akina nani. This issue is cutting across all the way from student to lecturer. And I believe it's a major challenge. It's not a minor one.
It's a major challenge. It's a major challenge.
Maybe let me believe your one.
Yeah, because JSM is a new building. I believe with time we'll keep bettering the services that are being offered in that building. With time. Yeah.
Cool. So still there is something that I would like you to emphasize on concerning this Somesha Comrade initiative. There are many students who are not aware of it.
True.
And again, there are those who are asking, where did it come from? Oh, ni kina nani wale initiate this thing?
Yeah.
Would you explain?
So, let me start by explaining what is Somesha Comrade. Letu nimeguzia. It's an initiative whereby tunachanga, all the comrades tunachanga, and then hiyo pesa yenye tumechanga tuna distribute kwa the needy student in form of bursary. So hii initiative, it's an initiative yenye imekuwa kwa the previous government. I think the previous 3 governments imekuwa ikisaidia sana. And this time we have the walk on 22nd of April. That is next week. Yeah.
So as we finalize, you had opponents ambao mlikuwa mnashindana na wao.
True.
Definitely you became the winner.
Yeah.
But still najua bado walichaguliwa na comrades.
True.
They got their votes na walichaguliwa na comrades.
Yeah.
How is your relationship with them?
After siasa tulifanya handshake. Tukapatana mahali, tukafurahia. In fact, one of my opponents alikuwa kwa my swearing-in ceremony, na tukakuwa na discussion, akaniambia this is what I wanted to do for the comrades. So yeah, sisi ni marafiki.
So
because because we had a common agenda, a common goal to better the lives of the comrades. The interest of the comrades will always come first. So sisi sema adui.
Kwa hivyo mtafanya kazi na wao.
Tutanyorosha kazi pamoja.
You can assure those who voted for them, at least they are represented.
Yeah, they are fully represented. And again, I'm ready to serve every comrade. Sitaki kujua huyo alinichagua, huyo hakunichagua. And again, we have been telling each other that success is not final. And even failure is not the end. But what you do after that is what determines everything. Because even if I get the post as a president, na nikose kufanya kazi.
Okay, bado tukimalizia. There are those comrades who are not aware whether you have office ama huna, where they can locate you.
True.
Emphasize on that, where you are located, venye wanaweza kupata.
True. So our office is located near Lecture Hall 4. You can also call me anytime